In this video, we'll be taking a look at one NHL game happening on November 14, 2022, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for this game, so 2 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on this one NHL game after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Washington Commanders versus Philadelphia Eagles. The Washington Commanders and the Philadelphia Eagles meet Monday in NFL action from Lincoln Financial Field. Washington is 4-5 so far this year and coming off a 3-point loss to the Vikings. As for Philadelphia, they're rolling along at 8-0 following a win versus the Texans last Thursday. The Washington Commanders are 4-5 this season after they lost to the Minnesota Vikings by a score of 20-17 in their last game. Washington led this game 17-7 in the fourth quarter, but couldn't do anything with their last 3 possessions and allowed Minnesota to complete the comeback. The Washington offense is averaging 18 points per game with 215.4 passing yards per game and 108 rushing yards per game. Taylor Heinicke has thrown for 629 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions for the Commanders this season. Antonio Gibson has rushed for 328 yards and 2 touchdowns, while Terry McLaurin has caught 38 passes for 609 yards and 2 scores for Washington. The Washington defense is giving up 21 points per game and 330.7 yards per game. The Commanders ranked 21st in the NFL in total yards with 323 yards per game. The defense has been hovering around average this season. The defense is allowing 217 passing yards per game, which is 18th in the league. They are giving up only 113 yards per game, which is 10th. This is a crucial game for the Commanders as they are in last place in the NFC East with a record of 4-5. Every team is above .500 this season, including the Eagles, who own an undefeated record of 8-0. The Philadelphia Eagles are 8-0 this season after they defeated the Houston Texans by a score of 29-17 in their last game. Philadelphia gained 360 total yards and went 5-10 on third down attempts in the win. The Philadelphia offense is averaging 28 points per game with 242.3 passing yards per game and 148.8 rushing yards per game. Jalen Hurts has thrown for 2,042 yards, 12 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions, while also rushing for 326 yards and 6 touchdowns for the Eagles this season. Miles Sanders has rushed for 656 yards and 6 scores, while A.J. Brown has caught 43 passes for 718 yards and 6 touchdowns for Philadelphia. The Philadelphia defense is allowing 17 points per game and 299 yards per game. The defense ranks 3rd in the NFL in total yards allowed and passing yards allowed per game. Opposing offenses are averaging 299 total yards per game, and they are allowing only 177 passing yards per game. 2. Their only blemish is giving up 121 yards per game on the ground. That ranks 20th in the NFL. Washington is 3-0-1 against the spread in their last 4 games and 2-8 against the spread in their last 10 Monday games. The under is 6-1 in Washington's last 7 games. Philadelphia is 4-0 against the spread in their last 4 home games and 5-2 against the spread in their last 7 games. The under is 5-1 in Philadelphia's last 6 Monday games. The over is 6-2 in these 2 teams' last 8 head-to-head meetings in Philadelphia. Over on the Philadelphia side, they've had a couple of close calls so far this year but haven't dropped a game yet. The Eagles have beaten the Lions, Vikings, Commanders, Jaguars, Cardinals, Cowboys, Steelers, and Texans in succession. The Commanders lead the all-time series 87-83-6. However, the Eagles have dominated the matchup in recent memory. The Eagles are 8-2 over the last 10 games against the Commanders. Also, they are 6-4 over 10 games against the Commanders at Lincoln Financial Field. Philadelphia comes into this game undefeated and will have the home field advantage. The Eagles have played very well this season and have a very high-scoring offense. Washington had won 3 games in a row, but blew a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter of their last game. It is interesting that what the Eagles do best is run the football, and Washington's strength on defense is stopping the run. They sit 4th in run defense efficiency and have also allowed the 4th lowest percentage of explosive runs. In fact, in their first meeting, the Commanders held Philly to their lowest rush expected points added output of the entire season when the Eagles posted a poor -0.52 expected points added per rush. But the Eagles were able to dominate through the air and posted their single highest expected points added performance and then sat on it in the second half for the cover. Where the Commanders do struggle is on early down passes, where they rank second worst in the NFL. Look for a lot of early down throws by Philly, who will likely establish the pass. The underdog is 3-1 against the spread in the last 5 meetings between Philadelphia and Washington. The Eagles are 5-3 against the spread this year, while Washington is 4-1. The Eagles are primed to blow the Commanders out of the water on Monday night. They are coming off of extra rest, and with extra time to prepare, Hurts will be ready to pick apart the Commanders' defense that ranks 18th in passing yards allowed. The Commanders will fall behind early and will be forced to throw the ball. Heinicke has thrown an interception in each of his 3 starts this season. The Eagles will capitalize on those mistakes and earn the easy W. The Eagles are the lone unbeaten team left. Thus, they continue their trek and march to the beat of their own drum. The Eagles have one of the best defenses in the NFL. Significantly, they are second in points per game and third in yards per game. The Eagles have passed the ball more fluidly this season, with Hurts taking the next step in his development. Hurts has a quarterback rating of 107.8 with 2042 passing yards, 12 touchdowns, and just 2 interceptions. Additionally, he has rushed 88 times for 326 yards and 6 touchdowns. Sanders has 131 rushes for 656 yards and 6 touchdowns. Also, he has caught 11 passes for 42 yards. Brown has 43 catches for 718 yards and 6 touchdowns. Likewise, Goddard has 40 receptions for 621 yards and 2 scores. The Eagles have a solid defense, ranking 4th in points allowed per game. Likewise, players like Javon Hargrave and Hassan Reddick have terrorized offensive lines. Hargrave has 21 solo tackles and 6 sacks, while Reddick has 13 solo tackles and 5.5 sacks. Thus, the defense matches the offense's intensity and not moving an inch. Plus, the Eagles are 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 home games versus a team with a losing road record. Expect the Eagles to run the ball a lot to set up the pass, with Sanders, Brown, Smith, and Goddard all playing a role in a monster victory on Monday Night Football. The Eagles will fly high at home, so the Philadelphia Eagles to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Eagles are going to score pretty easily, and the Commanders still have some weapons that can score the football, like McLaurin or like running back Antonio Gibson or wide receiver Curtis Samuel. The Commanders will score at least 2 touchdowns, while the Eagles erupt for over 30 points on Monday night. The over is 6-2 in the last 8 meetings in Philadelphia. The over is 5-0 in the Commanders' last 5 games after accumulating less than 150 yards passing in their previous game. The over is 8-1 in the Eagles' last 9 home games. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.